got Chris Berry here from Little Rock, along with Nico Bomba and Isaac Avenue. We're going to start with an opening statement and open up for questions.
First of all, congratulations to Troy. Wish them best of luck in Omaha. Could not be more proud of our program. Set up here a year ago and said that we were not a fluke or a one-year wonder in a regional and that we would be back. And not only were we back, but we won a regional championship, program record for wins, all kinds of accomplishments. I couldn't be more proud of these guys and the height that they took this program and showed that Little Rock baseball is here to stay. And just an unbelievable effort all year, heart and guts. I'm thankful for these guys and all they put into the program. And I'm excited. We'll be back, and we'll be playing longer next year.
With that, we'll open for questions. Before speaking, please raise your hand and speak your affiliation first.
And Coach Nick Luchel, THP 11, what was just your message to the team afterwards in the dugout?
Thank you. Thank you for, being the best team ever play at Little Rock, backed up by going farther than any team ever went. Win a regional, make it to a super. Thank you for allowing me to coach you. Thank you for teaching me about the game and watching what it means to play with heart and to play with guts. Had the entire city, had the entire state behind us, and these guys got some much-deserved attention. I told them it hurts right now, but don't you dare hold your head down, stick your chest out, be proud of what you did. You'll tell your grandkids about it. And I told the team, thank you.
Mark Etheridge, D1 Baseball.
Hi, Mark.
What can these 2 weeks where you're on this big stage, what can that do for your program moving forward?
Makes it where it's an expectation, makes it where we know what it's like. We know exactly how to get here. We've shown that back-to-back years. We didn't just get hot. We understand postseason play. I think our record in postseason play the past 2 years is pretty darn good. And so now we've got examples and things to point to for the returning players. And we've got examples and things to point to for players that aren't here yet. And it just shows that we know the formula and we know the path. And we'll draw on all these big experiences for how to manage playing on big stages, because we start talking about it, Mark, in August. We play people in August that are going to provide that environment. We play people in the spring to be prepared for this moment. I think the stage did not get us. We just got beat. Baseball happened. We got beat. Tip of the cap. And but man, for Little Rock baseball to be on this stage, and the highest compliment that as a coach I can be paid is, man, your team doesn't flinch. Your team's not nervous. The moment was not too big for them. Baseball things may happen, but it won't be because the moment's too big for Little Rock.
Coach Mike Harley, Arkansas Democrats.
Hey, Mike.
Obviously in Hattiesburg, you guys really got a lot of timely hits,
Yeah.
big moments in the games. It seemed like this weekend you guys kind of really struggled to get hits when you need them and do a lot of double plays, obviously.
Yeah, we left a lot of runners on base. We didn't get the big hit. Formula to championships and winning is pitching, defense, and timely hitting. I thought today that the pitching gave us more of a shot. They got the 2 runs there late. That it's a good ball game going right there. 5-2 in the 8th. Credit to them for punching in 2 more and extending it. But just didn't get the big hit. Left a lot of runners on base. A lot of that has to do with their arms. They made big pitches in the big moments, and that's the formula this time of year. And hitting is hard. You face good arms, they're going to win 7 out of 10 times on a good club. So just didn't get that timely hit this weekend, Mike.
Alfred Esmond, World Baseball Network. Nico, Isaac, I know it's over now, but just talk about this run y'all had in the postseason, how great it was for you guys as players.
Yeah, it was very special. I was here for 2 years before, and we didn't get that opportunity. So, this team coming in, a lot of new faces that I played with and some familiar faces, but just very blessed to be on a postseason run. And this deep, not very many people get the opportunity to do that. And, making history in the program is just, truly an honor.
Yeah, exactly. It's the reason I came here. I wanted to compete at a high level in big games, and we had our backs against the wall in the OVC tournament, and we gritted that out and then jumped out to a lead in the regional and just ran into another good team because they're all good at this point of the year. But I mean, I'm still proud of the boys and how we competed and just how far we made it.
Nico, I kind of want to follow up. I mean, you had a guy who's been around the program for so many years. I mean, just can you kind of speak just kind of the growth of the program from when you first got on campus to where you're sitting now?
Yeah, we had good ball clubs while we were here. We just never got over that hump. And when they made a regional last year, it was kind of the expectation, and it was we're pushing for that, making another regional, and why not make a super regional? And so everyone had the hunger on the team and just ready to go from the get-go in August. And so just very good players to play with. It's truly a blessing to be a part of a club like this.
Yeah, you talk about Mike building a program. First year we were in this league, 0-2 in the tournament, but we won the regular season. Then we go and win the tournament and get to a regional, and then we end our season last year in a regional. And so now we go to the tournament, we win a regional, and now we're at a super. And I've said this many times in the postseason. You've got to get to one of these before you can win them and understand what they're about. It's a totally different weekend with the best 2 out of 3 versus tournament ball, which we've been playing. And so, back to Mark's original question, you draw on coming out of tournament ball and resetting into a weekend and how to go back to that when you hadn't been playing that way for 2 or 3 weekends. And so that'll be great experience for us.
And I got one more for Coach. Just, obviously we saw what Troy was able to do in Florida last week and going that run through their tournament. Now, obviously having success this weekend. Just how dangerous do you think that team could be in Omaha?
And Miami. We did our homework. We watched every game. They're absolutely dangerous. Omaha's a completely different tournament because of the off days. And so you're going to play the first day, then you have a day off, no matter what, win or lose. And then you're going to play again. You go 2-0, I think, what do you get, 3 days off? And then you're essentially into your weekend rotation. And so they'll be able to line up their pitching like they want to and get the rest that they need. Omaha is a much bigger ballpark than all of us play in, all of us. And so when you watch, and I'm not just talking about, here at Troy, I'm talking about name a team that's in a super. What always comes up is small ball. And so pitching and defense will be at a premium in Omaha. It always is. And manufacturing runs. But they're dynamic. They can run, they can pressure. They can obviously leave the yard. And so that's why they're here. I think they have figured out through the last month how to line up their pitching and use it. But the parity in college baseball and the what we're seeing now in the supers, that won't end in Omaha. You look at Murray State, who we played 6 times last year, and they got to Omaha. I mean, you're going to have clubs that have good players that have some staying power. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take that water.